Malifanga just had to fold in there. But, well, here we are. Now watch Osentovsky here. Just as the pressure comes on there, he drops his shoulder like that and switches in. And I think that's a really bad decision by the referee. And I don't know whether the touch judge thought that it was Samoa dropping that scrum, but there's no way that Samoa dropped it.
I'm not sure about this decision either to go for goal, because even if the United States get it, they're still going to be 9 points behind, so they still need 2 scores after this.
Yeah, I agree. I think they'd have been better off with a kick to the corner and maybe a catch and drive.
Well, certainly the crowd don't seem to be appreciating this kick by the American captain. It's 3 points though, and that's what counts. So 3 successful kicks at goal in terms of penalties for Mike Hercus. But it's still Samoa leading by 25 points to 16. Under 5 minutes to go in this game now. And it's got to be good quality possession for the USA. Here we go on the attack straight away. Almost intercepted there by Alessandro Tuolangi.
You cannot charge.
Well, he's got his yellow card out again there.
Just leave the field.
I think he's penalised him for taking out the guy standing in front of Mike Hercus there.
Of course you've got time.
Oh. He took him out.
That time stopped. Time is stopped.
A totally uncompromising way.
Well, you know, in some respects, I think Owen Lentz was, you know, lucky to get away with not being penalised there. But you know, clearly, Sefo was very late. That's the thing that you'll do. You'll try and protect the catcher.
So we've had one player from the United States in the sin bin, and now one player from Samoa. So if ever the United States had a good chance in this game, it is now, with the Samoans one man down. But it's still 9 points, the difference. So that means 2 scores, and one of those scores has to be a converted try. That was an excellent kick.
A smashing kick by Mike Hercus. That's what he needed to do. He needed to get to within 30 or 40 yards and launch his platform from attack from a good position. So he's got to win this ball.
Blake Burdett throws. The United States come away with it. Very good defense there by the Samoan back division. Looks as though they could have turned the ball over as well. But no, USA have got it. Once again, they've got to be committed to attack. And this guy can motor. That was a good pass inside to Chris Wiles, who almost got away. The American fullback. Not a wise decision there by Chad Erskine to go on that tight side, though. The USA have got to keep possession. Little chip through. As well taken by Tuilangi, who hoofs that ball as far as he possibly can. That was an absolutely monstrous kick. Not in terms of distance, but just in terms of height. He almost put it into orbit.
Well, I think a poor decision by Chad Erskine. They actually won quick ball there. Chris Wiles did really well. They got quick ball there. Then Chad Erskine slowed it all down by coming up the blind narrow side there. If he'd gone the other way, Samoa's defence at 6s and 7s.
Alec Parker desperately trying to hang on to that ball there, but it doesn't matter because the USA have been given free kick by referee Wayne Barnes, and here they go. They've got Nguyen on the outside. They don't need him at the moment. Thrown back in there by Philip Elon. Referee just having a word with Hugh Watkins.
Well, a little discussion there. I don't think there's any question. I think Samoa had the pressure on the ball before the Americans claimed the try, but desperation stakes. And again, Samoa just falling off the tackles a little bit, going a little bit too high. And there's the inside ball. The ball's definitely in play there, but I think you'll see Lucky Crichton just drop on the ball. There you go.
There's a lovely little chip forward by Taduswa Nguyen. We thought he'd scored. And this dramatic music that's been played to the crowd. I'm not even sure, you know, that Loki Crichton knew where the ball was. He just put his hand out.
Well, I think he touched the ball down first with his hand and then with his forearm. There he goes, down with the hand and then with the forearm. Yeah, again, I don't know why he has to take about 4 different looks at that. There's no question there's no American anywhere near it when Loki Crichton is trying to put the ball down. And yeah, we've had it from about 6 different angles here. There you go, no question. He's grounded that, then he grounds it again with his forearm, and then Gwenyu claims it. But oh, come on, let's get on with it.
Well, just while this is going on, David, we understand that Eliota Sapolu, the Samoan fly half, has been given man of the match, and I think that is something we'd all agree with, isn't it?
I think definitely. He's been at the heart of everything good about Samoa. He's created 2 tries. He's really been a threat in attack.
Scrum 5, red ball. I can award that now. Okay. No try, scrum, red.
Well, there's been a couple of strange decisions, I think, during this game by Mr. Barnes.
Yeah,
that was fairly straightforward.
Well, the one thing I was looking for was who grounded it, and there's no question Loki Crichton grounded it. Now the question was, did he kick the ball over the line? I guess he must have done.
So it's still game on, though time is running out for the US.
Well, this is interesting. Samoa scrumming with 7 men. They've been under pressure in the scrum. If the USA have picked this up, I think they might go for the big drive.
It's got to be a big push. It's got to be clean ball for the USA. And Lewis Stanfield there just having a little sniff. But the referee had already blown his whistle. What a nice finish to this game, though, isn't it?
Well, it is.
Still in the balance.
I mean, if the USA can get a converted try here, they'll need to do it quickly, mind.
It's coming up to just 1.5 minutes to go now for Chad Erskine. And the Americans, and slipped by a couple of the American forwards there.
Well, that's a fantastic drive by the 7 men of Samoa. I guess one of the disadvantages is when you're striking, your hook is taken out of it, so you've got to get the strike in quickly and then get repositioned to put the drive on. Terrific drive by Samoa.
I just saw Samoa on this side there, the number 6 for Samoa, just hitting a few of his forwards, saying, come on, keep these guys at bay. Now can this guy get support? Lewis Stanfield is there. And the referee says yes.
Well, that was the problem. Samoa was down really tight, trying to drive his forwards there. He's still bound onto the scrum. It's 2-on-1. Tuilangi does very well to hold him up there, but then just momentum drives Stanfield over, and for once Wayne Barnes well positioned. Well, you have to say that if he went to the TMO, Hercus could tee up his kick, have the try awarded, and then take the quick kick quickly, but well, I'm sure he's going to hurry it.
It's only got 15 seconds left in this game, so looks as though Samoa will leave this World Cup with a victory. But can the USA finish with the last score of the game? Oh my goodness, just past the post. And what a score line it is, and the referee has blown his whistle. Samoa have won 25 points to 21. And David, your last thoughts on the game?
Well, I mean, fantastic game of rugby in not great conditions, and I have to say I think Samoa worthy winners, so they'll go home with pride intact.
Well, certainly some outstanding individuals on the pitch, including Eliota Sapolu, man of the match, the outside half for Samoa, who really did control part of the game, I think it's fair to say, and particularly the first half, where Samoa scored 3 tries. But Mike Hercus and Samoa Satidi here, I think, can be very proud of all their players.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for Samoa it was important to get the win, and you almost sense that they played so well in the first half, scored 3 great tries, 22-3 going into the break, and it was game over. But they certainly didn't the Americans came out fighting and battling, and they clawed their way back into the game. I think the turning point for the Americans was when Samoa opted not to take the kick at goal, and that would have perhaps put them out of sight, and they might have folded. But you know, all credit to this very brave American side, and a Samoan side which, for me, the individuals in the Samoan side have been better than the sum of the parts. It hasn't really clicked as a team, and I think they'll be very disappointed when they look back at their World Cup campaign.
Well, I don't know whether it's in the nature of Samoa to go off and have a couple of beers tonight, but they certainly deserve it. Meanwhile, the USA have got to go back to the drawing board. They, of course, are playing South Africa just in 4 days' time, so that is going to be a severe test. There's Samoa-Sididi, and I guess it's fair to say what has been a disappointing World Cup for Samoa, because they came here with a big reputation, but of course they fell at the hurdles, one of which they'll never ever forget. Their arch rivals Tonga beating them by just 3 or 4 points. The Samoans now will say a final prayer at Rugby World Cup 2007. They certainly play committed rugby.
They do. They play a very physical brand of rugby. They play an exciting brand of rugby when it all clicks, and there were just glimpses of that in the first half. You know, they play with Sapolo directing operations at fly half, and, you know, great interplay, great continuity, great pace on the ball, but just really unable to sustain it for the full 80 minutes. And as I say, I think they'll be happy with the victory tonight, but disappointed with the overall campaign.
I think they may well be supporting their fellow Southern Pacific Islanders against England. There's Brian Lima, of course, who's played in 5 Rugby World Cups, and he wanted to go out of this World Cup and retire and remember it well, but he won't be able to do that now.